Okay, so make sure I'm off the Skype call. Not have my mic muted and stuff. Uh, Apparently this is 3 games and it's 24 minutes, so it's long as shit. So I didn't actually know what to do with this. So I decided to talk about patch notes because it really feels like 5.4 is coming. Um, and what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, this is live, not PTR. Um, on my alt mug, just messing around. But it really feels like 5.4 is coming, and I'm not on PTR because stuff keeps changing and it's annoying, and stuff doesn't necessarily keep working. Like, I'm not entirely sure why Pharaoh Druid Treants were both stunning and rooting for a bit. That was really frustrating because I thought Pharaoh Druids were supposed to be getting nerfed on that and not buffed because they were doing both, which is really irritating. Um, anyway, stuff that's happening in 5.4 Cross Realm Arenas. It's all nifty and shit, like I've said before. A little worried about how titles go, although I don't really care at this point. Um, Titles are kind of be cool, but I'm not really going to try. I team hop too much. I'm too lazy to make a real team and actually try these days. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I get push glide rating. I really don't feel like finding a BM hunter to do it and playing enough games to actually do it. So I'm probably just not going to get it. But I don't really care. Anyway, on to actual patch stuff. That's happening. And other stuff. There's also new patch notes that came out. So let's see. What is this? Oh. Fear slows you to normal run speed. That's a step up. It's still not blind pathing, but it's better. This won't happen when I'm Tiger's Lusted. I'm pretty sure I was Tiger Lusted for the start of that because I went like a mile away, which is really annoying. Anyway, where is this? There's DK stuff. DKs are getting a bunch of buffs, and I'm not sure why. I feel like DKs are in the same place as monks. We're not underpowered. No. Yeah, we're not underpowered. Everything else is just OP. People need to come down to our level, not go up to theirs. Which is, some people don't understand the difference, and it's fucking huge. If I go to, say, Enhancement Shaman level, I'm going to global people at the start of the game. That's just how my class works. I'll just start off with double stuns and kill people. That's just the toolkit of my class. So be at that level of cooldowns just makes me overpowered. What needs to happen is people need to come down and not have everyone else need to go up. That was a waste of Zen Med. But yeah, DKs are getting like, God, Frost looks like it's getting like a 10% buff. 20% on Obliterate, 10% all melee attack damage. Oh shit, that's more than a 10% buff. 30% on Howling Blast, Frost Strike going up 10. Yeah, DKs are getting like Frost DKs are getting like an 18% buff or something. That's crazy. Unholy's getting like a 15% buff. Leap and Gnaw are finally off GCD. Holy shit. They finally took Straying and non-leap off of GCD and energy cost so your pets aren't retarded. This is the greatest day ever. Not even because I want to play my DK again, but I can delete those macros if I ever did want to play my DK again and have macro slots open because my pet's less retarded. I'm so excited. I hadn't even seen those before. Is pets a minute cooldown? That's lame. I feel like if we should kill a pet, it should stay dead. That means it's like they have 2 pets at the start. And then from a minute out. I guess, I don't know, some comps just like slay pets stupidly, like mages. Frozen Orb just accidentally kills pets. Zon accidentally kills pets. That's okay. AMZ got redesigned. Good. That ability was really weird. It was one of those abilities there. It was like they had to retune the scaling every time because it just would never scale properly. It would never scale throughout the same rate damage went up in arena. It was always just like getting tweaked, and it's annoying. I feel like it's just like a giant AoE damage reduction magic-y thingy now, which probably isn't enough to save people, which kind of makes the ability less useful. But on the other hand, it makes it to where it like won't break. You just have flat damage reduction. So if you throw down a healing tide and zone over it, you should be okay, as opposed to just throwing down a zone, them thinking they're okay because it's going to absorb a flat amount of damage, thinking they'll take none or 75% reduced, like some crazy amount, and then having it break and then them just get shattered. Like if it breaks to a Chaos Bolt, I don't think that still has penetration, but it's just an example, so who cares? or Lava Burst procs or something. And then you have the Frost Bob Deep whatever explode on your face as soon as the AMZ faded. And you're like, damn, I should have dropped my Healing Tide. You're no longer like baited by that ability because it's sort of tricky on how much it did. Like if you had a bunch of strength procs up, which it would just do more. So that's a good change. Plague Leech doesn't necessarily suck. Death Siphon got 10% more damage. That doesn't seem like it's enough to make me play that class again. Glyph changes. I don't see anything all that nifty. Okay, I know Druids are getting nerfed, and until I read no longer can shift or has a 10-second cooldown on shifting, I'm not going to be happy, but maybe they'll be nerfed. Let's see. Cyclone no longer has a 20-second cooldown for Feral Druids. That's no good. Fairy Fire now has a duration of 20 seconds. That's an improvement. It still fucks rogues, but it's an improvement. What is this thing? Wild Mushroom? Wow, that retains its accumulated healing so you could throw it at people and heal them for lay on hands? That's upsetting. That's no fun. Oh no. Wrath does more damage. Goddamn Heart of the Wild buffs. OP. Oh yeah, Ferals don't have NS Cyclone anymore. Genesis is a fancy new thing that Druids get that's actually crazy. That's a decent change in my opinion. I don't feel like Druids need more little cooldowns, but I don't know. I feel like Druids need less of a reliance on Tree Form. Like, Genesis is a good exchange if they got rid of Tree Form, and maybe buffed Barkskin a little bit and increased the cooldown on Iron Bark. Something like that. Because I feel like they have too many little cooldowns and not enough to survive through Jungle Cleave right now. For example. That's about it. Wow, this FMP game goes on forever. Why are they in their starting room? That's so irritating. We're at like 2100 or something. This isn't even like real rating. It's not like they're trying for a title or something. It's just like casual rating. Why are you hiding in your starting room? That's mean. Anyway. What's it talking about? Heart of the Wild gives 25% more healing to Druids. Okay, that's a bit cooldown. Do I see anything else that's all fancy and nifty? No more NS for Ferals. Ooh, fancy. Ooh, Nature's Vigil does AoE healing now? I'm guessing that's a raid change. I'm guessing Druids had some issue healing or AoE healing like they used to in raids. That would explain these buffs. Continuing on. Bunch of glyphs. I'm too lazy to look at glyphs, man. There's just too many and it's too wallop texty. I don't see any major changes. I probably should have read through this before I started recording, but I figured 25 minutes would be enough to make this interesting. Hunters. I know they changed a bunch, but I'm not entirely sure what. The following hunter... Dash, dive, and charge. The moves shit for the pets is free. That's annoying. Arcane Shot buffs. Oh. But increased focus cost. Wow, that's a nerf to Arcane Shot. What the fuck is Counter Shot? I don't even know what that ability is. Wait, Hunter's got an interrupt? Fuck. That's OP. Anyway. Deterrence is a 3 up from 2, but has 2 charges. Does that mean they're changing? I hope they're changing Crouching Tiger, Hidden Chimera. Deterrence is a 3-minute cooldown with 2 charges. Oh no, it's because they're removing Readiness. Never mind. I remember that. Disengage now has 20 down. What? Please tell me the 8-second root's gone, or can be dispelled. Readiness has been removed. Yeah, that's what I thought. Revive Pet no longer requires line of sight. That's good for hunters. That would be really annoying. I'm sorry, that would just be irritating to deal with. Stampede damage dealt with all... What? Stampede damage dealt by pets when the ability is used outside of an arena or battleground is no longer reduced by 75%. Okay, never mind. I thought that was saying it went up by 75, or it went up 3/4 of its damage. Like quadrupled in damage. I was really scared for a second. Beast Cleave. Range has been increased by 10 yards. No! I don't know what that is, but it sounds scary. Kill Command's damage has been increased. Okay. Aim Shot got buffed. Binding Shot is no longer a hunter ability and is in a thingy. Explosive Shot. Ooh, survival buffs. Actually, wasn't survival kind of good? Outside of not being able to beam out of CC. Anyway, Murder of Crows might be a real talent. I really doubt it, though. Glaive Tosh no longer initiates an auto attack. What's the point in that? It already breaks CC. That's kind of weird, but okay. Silencing Shot is no longer a talent and now an ability that replaces Counter Shot for Marksman Hunters. Got it. Oh, so their Interrupt has a 20-second cooldown, I think. Maybe. I guess, I don't know, having to juke a Hunter Interrupt. God, I kind of hope it's not ranged. I hope it's only like a 10-yard range. If it's a 40-yard range Interrupt, I'd be kind of upset. I feel bad for healers to deal with that. Get, like, interrupted, just into, like, a scatter, into a trap, into a whatever. That's almost equally as bad as Silencing Shot. It's not as bad as Silencing Shot, because you can't just chain it off, but that's pretty bad. We've String has 40-yard range. Okay, that's nothing. And just glyphs. Okay, the Mage changes. Iceland's damage has been increased by 43% because their mastery is getting changed. Okay, just clarifying that. Mages are not just casually getting a 50% increased damage to Icelands. I was really confused about this one at the start, too. I was really scared, too. Icicle something, they build up their shatters, and then it shatters. Yeah. Frostbolt now deals 10% less damage? Ooh. Frost nerf! Oh, never mind. That's just like neutral. Frostbolt just does 10% less damage. And I guess you don't require the debuff or anything, so you don't have to cast anymore. Who knew? Small nerfs, like 5% on there, whatever it is. 75 abilities. Nothing major. Ooh, Temporal Shield got buffed? Really? That ability's already insanely strong. Monk! Alright, we're at Monk. Let's see this shit. What do they actually have it at? Okay. What do we got going on here? Mastery Bottle Fury has been redesigned. Yeah, it's a new mastery that increases your chance to get Tiger's Eye Brew stacks as opposed to its damage. Storm Earth and Fire now deals 75% up from 60 with one and 60 up from 45 with two Spirit Summoned. Guessing that's a PvE buff. It also helps with killing gateways, maybe pets, and maybe in twos. I don't know much else on that. Tiger's Eye Brew is at 60, I believe. Yeah, I believe it's at 60 right now, but I'm not entirely sure. Let's see. Oh, wow. Chi Brew is not as good as it looked. Chi Burst looks kind of lame. What else? Oh yeah, Rushing Jade Wind might be cool. I don't think it will be, but it might be interesting. It might be fun to play around with at least. I'll try it out at some point. When probably 4 hits, I promise I'll try it out. I may get on PTR and try it, but I don't have much faith because I never find good healers on PTR, and I usually just mess around. And I never fight anyone good, so I don't feel like I'm challenged, and then I get bored, and then it's no fun. That's why I'm not using PTR footage for this, by the way. I did a video over the glyphs, so I'm not even going to look at them, even though it's my class, and that's what people are probably semi-most interested in. Unless you guys are all here for my wonderful opinions and sarcasticness. And yeah, this is an interesting like 2v2 we have going on here. It's Pharaoh Druid versus Priest Shaman, and Mage Priest versus Monk. It's just the casual 2v2 we have going on, and apparently we won both of them. Wow. That's upsetting. I had like 1 second on kick, stun, and stun to stop that healing touch. I'm not happy about that. Wait, are these rep buffs? Rep buffs thingy has been... Oh, I guess that's probably a nerf. Well, I guess that's probably just a lower cooldown. Their Guardian has less of a cooldown and does stuff. Pretty sure it went to 20 stacks and now it's down to 12. It's technically like the same ability, just on a slightly less cooldown. I'm guessing it matches up with Wings more, which probably makes it a little bit scarier because they don't have to hold. Which is the same thing they did to Recklessness. Which obviously, judging by Warriors, this patch being as bad as... Blah, I can't talk! Oh my god, I'm too tired. My contact's like falling out too. Anyway, judging by Warriors this patch, I'm not all that worried. That buff isn't going to make or break the class. The Jade Sacred Shield or something. I'm actually reading it, but it doesn't make sense to me until I actually saw it. Something about it being activated immediately as opposed to 6 seconds and being on multiple people. But that sounds really OP, so I'm assuming it's not how I'm reading it correctly, which is why I want to see it. Anyway, moving on. Oh, it's just glyphs to moving on. Priest. Oh, didn't Priest get huge buffs? I forget. I keep hearing people say they got buffs. Something for PvE. Life Grip doesn't have a phasing. Cool. I actually like that. That's one of the abilities where I don't think it should require a facing. Other ones I feel like it should. I don't know. I get really irritated with the spells that don't have facings as a monk because people will just like turn randomly and I can't use my blanket silence, even though my blanket silence is hardly worth using these days. Grace can't be dispelled. Oh, that's a buff for everyone else. It may sound like a buff to priest. It's not. That's a buff to everyone else. There's no more 3 stacks of trash filter. That's like a nerf. Rapture now energizes. Whoa. 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 This is getting mana buffs. Oh, okay. Spirit Chill got nerfed, kind of. It actually sounds like more like a fix. It wasn't scaling with battle fatigue because you had to do damage before it was put out. So you don't have to hit them anymore. It just like auto scales down once you hit them, which is well done in my opinion. Unless it bugs out like the amount of shields you have. Like if it still shows you having 300k shields and then you get hit and then it battle fatigues down to like 200k shields and it shows you have 300k shields, could be a little confusing and actually kind of annoying, but it looks that's nitpicky. That's a good change. Holy word. Okay. Wait. Oh, Light Springs baseline for Holy Priest, not all priests. My god. I'm really tired. I'm sorry. This is not going to be anywhere near as amusing and sarcastic sounding as it normally is, which is actually the most fun. So, stuff's going to happen. Let's see. Ow! My contact is falling out. This hurts. Okay, I'm reading with one eye. Here we go. Shadow Form doesn't give damage reduction anymore. That's good. I feel like all the classes should lose that, and damage should actually be balanced as opposed to giving random classes damage reduction. And then leaving monks in the dark with none. And just having me die. That's really fun. And not having shit I can use while stunned. Although I do have 2 trinkets. I guess that's better than... I guess that's on par. I would say Disperse is better than a trinket in some situations and worse in others. Because there's times when trinketing won't save me, but there's times when I can trinket and save someone else that a priest couldn't. So I'd say they're equal trade-offs. So I can't complain about that, but stuff. Ooh, Angelic Feather is 80% sprint. Wow, that's going to be really annoying, actually. Divine Insight for Disc. Holy shit, Disc is getting buffed. A lot. Wow. Okay. For people who don't know what the Disc talents are, they can basically spam shields now. I'm not going to read that because all the priest talent names sound the same to me, and I'm tired, and I'll probably phrase it wrong. But, yeah. There's going to be a lot more instant cast heals coming out from priest, which is kind of annoying because they heal for a lot. And you could just flip on Spirit Shell for one of them and give a shield instead. So you can overheal for it without actually overhealing. Which makes instant cast on priest a lot stronger than any other class. Because if you... Let's say you Swiftmid. I don't know how much Swiftmid actually heals for. Or just NS. Let's say you NS for, 80k because there's a bunch of cooldowns and you're not sure if they're going to get globaled. You have a lot of overhealing. In the case of a priest, you just have, like... everything become a shield instead. It's not like really an issue. That's just a huge option priests have available. Granted, I'm pretty sure Spirit Soul has a minute cooldown still, but it's a pretty good option in terms of just doing stuff. Rogues. I know everyone says rogue buffs are gigantic and shit, but I never saw it on PTR. Maybe I only fought crappy rogues who did dumb stuff, which I'm pretty sure I did because I could touch up karma every killing spree. But Assassination Rogues got nifty stuff where they start doing a lot more damage. Dispatch got 200% weapon damage buff. That sounds like a lot. It's not. Rogues have crazy scaling because they use daggers. Mutilate does... Let's see. What is that? That's like a 30% buff. And then Mute got a, like... Fuck, what is that? A 20% buff? Yeah. Dispatch got like 30. Mute got like 20. Combat got something. I still don't think we'll see combat rogues other than Woundman, so I'm not worried. Backstab went up by... Wow, that's a big buff. That's like a 50% buff. Hemo does... Why are they buffing their damage? Blizzard. Anyway, whoa. Okay. I'm not looking forward to fighting sub-rogues this patch. They're just going to, like, vanish for Night Stalker and global me with an Eviscerate. Should be no fun. And if it doesn't work, they die. because they're not actually like fixing their defenses. They're just making them do more damage. Oh boy. I'm not looking forward to this. I was all excited, like 5.4 is going to be better. This is not looking better. This is looking worse. I didn't read through all of it correctly. Damn it. I've mostly actually just been reading monk stuff. Shadow Step has 20. That's decent. Wait, what? Glove of Blind now only removes damage over a time effects that would cause Blind to break. Oh, for rogues with 30 tricks, this main will no longer remove poison or bleed. Okay, I was like, wait, wouldn't everything damage over time break it? Anyway. I don't see much else from rogues. Man, life's gonna suck for rogues. They're gonna, like, global or be globaled. Unless, actually, didn't they buff resilience? Shit, I'm gonna control F this afterwards and see if they buff resilience. If this video is not too long. Enhancement got nerfed because they were globaling people. It got buffed and then it got nerfed, and I think it's at the same level, which is still scary. Did Resto Shamans get anything cool? Healing Rain got buffed. Ish. Riptide's mana cost got reduced. I'm not seeing anything that would make Resto Shaman better, except maybe nerfs to other classes. Nerfs to Pharaoh Druids, maybe buffs to Resto Shamans. Locks. I heard they're going to be scary. Let's see. It's something about soul shards and corruptions. That's what I know. Gateways, no... What? Oh, the debuff is being increased to 60 seconds, up from 15. Okay, that's fair. Demonic Gateway is no longer attackable. That's still really annoying to have to deal with and not be able to do anything, but... whatever. Wow, I went too far. Okay. Drained Soul no longer energizes soul shards from pets or guardians of players. Now deals 40% less damage-ish. Other period Drained Soul do normal damage. Deal 60% of their normal damage, down from 100. So they get 160% dots if Drained Soul is real. Okay. Haunt does 50% more damage. Okay, that's scary. And increases all their damage over time by 45%. Okay, locks are scary. Malefic Grass does 34% less damage. I don't agree with that because locks don't have to cast their dots on. Soul Swap no longer does any damage. Wait, what? Did I miss something? Soul Swap no longer does any damage. Now copies damage over time effects instead of just moving them without needing a glyph. Copied effects now once again preserve their power and duration. Does that mean they actually have to copy, or can they still Soul Burn, Soul Swap? Let me know in the comments on that one. I'm not entirely sure. I don't like the sound of it. I don't like the sound of not casting. Like, I understand monks are really annoying and you can't really cast versus them, but I don't like the sound of not casting. At all. Just having dots out and cleaving everything. Especially with those buffs, because that's a lot of buffs. I might want Pharaoh Druids back to scare away the Warlocks. God, that would be such a terrible thing to wish for. I'm sorry I ever said that. If you play a Warlock, you're allowed to hate me. I should never wish for that. I should never wish Pharaoh Druid on someone. That's cruel. Warrior. Something about Slam. Hamstring is no longer on the global cooldown. What? I want my thingy off the global cooldown. That's no fair. Oh well. Slam does 25% more, but the rage costs have been increased. Whoa! Deep wounds damage has been increased by 65. Oh. Okay, never mind. I was thinking it was weapon, Deep wounds is like 30% of the damage dealt. I thought it was going up to 95% of the damage dealt, not going up to 65% increased of 30, which puts you at like 42 or something. I don't actually know what it's at. Titan's Grip now works with polearm, so you can look badass and use 2 black ices. Damn it. That was my team morph. No! It was my team morph for a bit. Well, Bladestorm got buffed. God damn it, we're going back to Season 6 here. And Rage Regen stuff. Not saying anything crazy. Better, but not saying anything crazy. Oh my god. I'm sorry, this video is going to be terrible. But at least it's going to be long. And some of you find me amusing. Ow. Hold on. Brazil. Resilience now reduces... Okay, so resilience got buffed. That's what I thought. And battle fatigue got buffed. Well, nerfed. Whatever you want to call it. You do less healing. 45 to 55. Is that buff or a nerf? I guess battle fatigue got buffed, healing got nerfed. Is that how you'd phrase it? Without being confusing? Either way, I think I'm going to confuse someone on that one, so... Screw you. 2200 is now 2k. What else? Equipping any pair of PvP trinkets from Season 12 or later will grant 10% damage reduction taken from other players. Wow, that video ended. Hold on, I'll stop with this one. When I logged on PTR, it said it was like 3k resilience, which sucked. If it's actually 10% damage reduction, that's amazing. Anyway, that's all I really see. So I'm going to call it there. Sorry for the black screen at the end. I did not expect this to go on for 27 minutes or however long I'm at. Anyway, thanks for watching. Sorry I did this when I've been up for like 22 hours or something, and my eye hurts.